name's Liz, I'm the baker that sews. Welcome to my channel if you're new, and welcome back if you are a subscriber. As always, it's really lovely to have you here as I share my sewing journey. So welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be a fabric and pattern haul. I've got a big bumper stash of fabric in front of me, and I'm also surrounded by lots of fabric that I want to share with you today. And then I've also got some patterns that I've been busy buying that I thought I would share with you as well. If you watch my Sunday sewing catch-ups, you might have seen some of these fabrics and you might have heard me talk about some of these patterns too, but I thought I'd do a roundup of all the different fabrics that I've been busy buying and some of the plans that I've got for them. Some of the fabrics I don't have any plans, I just really loved them, but I know that eventually I will get some plans for them, because I'm finding that with some of the fabrics I've had in my stash for a while, that I'm now starting to feel quite motivated to turn them into various different garments. So before I start with all the fabrics that I've got, I'll let you know what I'm wearing. And I'm wearing definitely secret pyjamas. I think I've said that in the last couple of videos that I've been talking about. I wore this a few weeks ago when we went to a festival, and I was reminded of how fun this was. It's the Deer and Doe Sirocco jumpsuit, and it's made in this tie-dye fabric. I feel like this came from like a Say Hailey Jane box. And yeah, I just really love it. It was perfect for the festival. So it's got this waistband, it's got the faux crossover and pockets, and then you've got these pleats in the front, and then you've got pleats in the back and darts as well, and it's got short sleeves. It's definitely secret pyjamas, and the legs are slightly tapered as well. Definitely secret pyjamas. So I've got lots of fabric that I wanted to share with you today, and then I've also got 4 patterns that I wanted to talk to you about as well. So let's get started with the fabrics. And the first 2 fabrics are fabrics that I had in mind for projects for the festival that we went to, but I just didn't get around to sewing them up. One, I didn't have the right lining for the jacket I wanted to sew up, and number 2, the second fabric, I was sent the wrong colourway, so I was waiting for the new colourway to get sent to me. So I didn't get a chance to sew them up for the festival, but I am still going to get them sewn up into festival kind of garments, because I know that there will be other occasions that these garments will be perfect for. So they're both from Fabric Godmother. The first one is this amazing like rainbow striped sequin fabric. It was described as rainbow stripe, I think. Absolutely gorgeous. Look at all those colours. There's blue, pink, red, gold, green, and then there's black sandwiched between, and that just repeats itself. It is quite a sheer fabric actually, which is why I didn't get round to turn it into, you can see my jumpsuit through it. I didn't get round to turning it into a jacket because I didn't have the right coloured lining. So I've actually ordered some lining fabric. I'm showing you the wrong side. I've actually ordered some lining fabric because I wanted a black lining to really showcase those amazing sequins, and I didn't have the right kind of black fabric in my stash that would work for a lining fabric. So I've ordered some from Semi Sunshine, so when it arrives this is going to become some kind of like festival jacket. I think I'm going to go with a blazer. I think I'm going to use the Friday Pattern Company Heather Blazer pattern because it's quite a relaxed fit, and I think that would work really nicely with the sequin fabric. So that's the first sequin fabric. The second sequin fabric is this stretch sequin fabric, and it has got, if I hold it up the right way, has got quite a lot of stretch. I'm not quite sure what pattern I'm going to use for this fabric. It's absolutely amazing. Look at the colours and how it shimmers. I had in my mind that I wanted to turn it into some kind of jumpsuit or some kind of play suit, and I still haven't worked out if I need to line it, because it's not scratchy on the other side, but there is a texture from where the sequins have been sewn on, and I think that that over time would be a little bit scratchy. So I think I would have to line it. So I don't know what pattern I'm going to use yet, but if anyone's got any suggestions, please do let me know. I can just see this as like almost similar to the Deer and Doe Sirocco actually. I think it'd make a really jazzy jumpsuit, but I do think I would need to line it definitely. So I just need to have a little think about how that would work and what that would look like, but I couldn't resist it. I just thought it was perfect festival fabric, and it just shimmers and shines so beautifully. It's such a fun fabric. Those are 2 fabrics from Fabric Godmother. And then I've got some gingham fabric that I ordered from Abercarn Fabrics, which has arrived. And I ummed and ahed about the colourways because I'm going to use these 3 fabrics together. And one of the projects that has been on my mind for ages is the Roberts Wood Alicia bow dress, I think it's called. Put a picture in now. And I am really excited about giving that a try. This will probably be a summer project because I think it's going to be quite intense of a make, and I've got loads of other things that I want to sew up. But I have got some organza fabric that I got from Rainbow Fabrics, which I'm going to use as a toile for that dress pattern first. And then I've got some tulle fabric from Sister Mintaka that I would like to turn into that dress. And then also I would really love to use some gingham fabric. So I've ordered 3 lots of gingham fabric, and I ummed and ahed about what 3 colours to use together. And actually my daughter Lola helped me in the end. And we've gone with these 3 gingham fabrics. So I've gone with a lilac, an emerald green, and then a baby blue. And I'm really excited about getting those 3 cut out and turned into the Roberts Wood Alicia bow dress. The most gorgeous version of that dress by Amelia Allen Sews. She wore it to the new Craft House party and looked incredible. I didn't go to the party, but I did see photos, and then she shared a video of her dress as well. It's absolutely stunning. So I'm really motivated now to have a really good try of sewing up that dress too. So that's what those fabrics are eventually going to get turned into. And then I've got 3 fabrics from Sew Me Sunshine that I have been buying, which are absolutely beautiful. And the first one is this absolutely stunning, I'm just going to remind myself what they called it, metallic cloche mint green fabric. They had this in a pink colourway as well. Absolutely stunning. Just absolutely love it. They have got this beautiful pink circled embroidered fabric on their website, which I'm really hoping I'll get some for my birthday, which I think this would go absolutely beautifully with if I sewed the pink fabric into some trousers. Absolutely gorgeous. So this is going to become a jacket. I'm not quite sure what pattern to turn it into yet. I've got enough to turn it into a blazer, and I was thinking of the Richmond blazer by Nina Lee. I've sewn that up before, and that's quite a fitted blazer. Or I was thinking of using the Sew Over It Cocoa jacket to sew up like a cropped jacket in this fabric, which I think is absolutely gorgeous. I just fell in love with it. I have nowhere to wear this, but it's just such a beautiful fabric. I thought, you know, if I was going out for dinner with friends, I could wear it if I turned it into a nice like fitted blazer or a short sort of cropped jacket with maybe high-waisted jeans or a high-waisted skirt or something. I just couldn't resist the fabric. Absolutely gorgeous. I think they shared it on their YouTube channel. I love watching their videos, but quite often it's dangerous because then I fall in love with so many fabrics, including that one. And then I've got this gorgeous, almost like geometric print cotton poplin from them as well. I think this is sold out. I've got 3 meters of this fabric. I'm not quite sure what I'm going to turn it into. I just really fell in love with that sort of pinky purple and that gorgeous green. I think those 2 colours work so nicely together. Absolutely beautiful. So if anyone's got any suggestions for what to turn that gorgeous fabric into, please do let me know. Hasn't got a huge amount of drape because it's a cotton poplin. If I hold it up, hasn't got a huge amount of drape. It's really lovely and floaty though. I think some kind of dress, not quite sure what pattern to go with yet, but I just couldn't resist that gorgeous fabric. And then I chose some swimwear fabric because I'm thinking about my summer holidays and I'm definitely going to be sewing up some swimwear. And this fabric I just fell in love with. I think it was called Unicorn Swirl. It's such a fun fabric. It's absolutely gorgeous. And this is going to make a really cute 2-piece. I'm either going to sew it up using the Friday Pattern Company Vanazza bikini, I think that's what it's called, or the Helen's Closet Sandpiper 2-piece, because I really love that one as well. I think it's called the Sandpiper. I'll put a picture in of both of those patterns that I've talked about. But I just think it's such a fun fabric. I couldn't resist it. That was all the fabrics from Sew Me Sunshine. Then I bought some fabric not too long ago from Rainbow Fabrics, which I have shared in my Sunday sewing catch up, but I thought I'd share in this video too. And the first one was the with the So Fruity challenge in mind. This was quite different fabric to what I would normally go for. It's on a dark background and it's got pomegranates all over it and leaves and twigs and things and berries. Normally I go for quite bright fabrics, and this has got quite a dark background. I'm not quite sure what I'm going to turn this into yet. I think I got 3 meters of this fabric, so I was perhaps thinking of using the Kokawawa Crafts nutmeg jacket, because I've sewn up that as like a trench coat, and I've also sewn it up in a viscose linen fabric that I wear more as a dress. but I thought this would make a really interesting sort of autumnal coat if I used this fabric. It is quite a thick fabric. It was described as a cotton, but it feels more like a canvas. It's quite textured on the other side. Hasn't got a huge amount of drape, so it has got quite a lot of structure. So I feel like it would work really well as a jacket for the autumn time. But if anyone's got any suggestions of what I can turn it into, please do let me know. I'm not really sure what sort of where I'm going to go with that fabric. And then I've got some gorgeous, it's been in the wash, which is why it's creased, animal print fabric, which reminded me of like the drawings that children do at school. I'm an early years teacher, and it just reminded me of all the sorts of drawings that their children do at school. I just thought it was a really fun fabric. This is going to be turned into some kind of shirt, I think. I could turn it into a skirt, but it's white and I'll probably just get in a mess with it. Or a dress. I'm not quite sure what pattern to turn this one into either. I was thinking maybe the Deer and Doe Myosotis, because I've sewn that in a cotton poplin before, and I really like that in a cotton poplin. I just need to be careful because it's on a white background and I am quite messy, but I really loved just that sort of childlike design on the fabric. And then I've got a viscose crepe, which I'm definitely going to turn into the Deer and Doe Magnolia dress from Rainbow Fabrics. I think this will work really nicely as the Magnolia dress. I'm going to go for the maxi version because I've got enough of this fabric. I just think that's absolutely gorgeous. This is a viscose crepe, so it's got that crepe texture, and I just really fell in love with the colours in that fabric. So the blues, the greens and the whites, I just thought it was really gorgeous fabric. And the final fabric from Rainbow Fabrics is this gorgeous lemon print cotton poplin. And I think this would be perfect for the So Fruity challenge, which is running on Instagram throughout the month of June, being run by Blossom Sandwich. I think it's a really gorgeous fabric. And that is going to be turned into a dress. I think I'm going to turn it into the Fibre Mood Nina dress, which I'm very excited about. And then the final fabric that I've got to share with you is this absolutely beautiful orange print fabric that I got from Stitch and Ink. And again, I fell in love with this as soon as they put it on their stories, their Instagram stories. It can be quite dangerous watching Instagram stories too. It's got a really gorgeous amount of drape and movement. I think it was a viscose. It feels really lovely and soft like a lawn, but it moves like a viscose. It's so lovely and lightweight and floaty. I've got 2.5 meters of this fabric. I'm not quite sure what I'm going to turn it into. I might turn it into a Deer and Doe Myosotis dress, or I might turn it into their Tilly and the Buttons Mabel dress. But again, this is perfect for their So Fruity challenge over on Instagram at the moment. Those colours just absolutely stunning. I think it's going to make a really beautiful summer dress. So I'm very excited about getting that cut out and sewn up. So that was all of the fabrics that I've been busy buying. The next thing I wanted to share with you was a couple of patterns that I have been buying as well. And I have been inspired by the Sewing Bee for some of these patterns, but I've also been thinking ahead to the summer and things that I want to sew for myself or my family. So the first pattern that I have got is definitely me thinking ahead to the summer and us traveling and just making sure that we can all keep our things together. And it is the Sew Over It City Set bag collection. So it's a bag collection where you get 3 bags. There's a card wallet bag, there's a bum bag, and then there's a sports bag. And I am planning to sew up some bum bags for myself, my husband, Ruby and Lola, that we can take on holiday with us, so we can keep all of our belongings with us and make sure that they're nice and secure and just easy to access. It's aimed at confident beginners, and in terms of fabric recommendations, they recommend medium weight non-stretch fabrics for the card wallet, the bum bag and the sports bag. Fabrics like a canvas, a denim and a corduroy. Now I don't have fabrics in mind at the moment, but I've got lots of offcuts of fabrics. I'm going to dig them out and get them to go through the offcuts of canvas and denim fabrics that I've got and see what they would like. What their design choices are for sewing up the bum bag. But I really love the look of the bum bag. I need to buy all the hardware sort of items that you need for the set as well. But I mean, I might sew up the sports bag at some point, but I'm definitely going to be focusing on the bum bag at the moment, just for practicality. I think it's something that we would all use, and it would come in really handy as well. So I just need to also look at where I can get all the haberdashery items for the bum bag as well, because you need D-rings, clips, slider clips, I think they call them, and you also need the webbing as well. So I'm just not quite sure where to get those from, so I just needed to do a little bit of research. But I'm definitely looking forward to tackling a bum bag, because it's something new to me. I haven't made one before. If anyone else has, please let me know how you got on and how you found the pattern, or any pattern for a bum bag. But yeah, I'm really looking forward to getting those sewn up for us as a family. So the next pattern I wanted to talk about was definitely inspired by the Sewing Bee, the episode where they had to sew the cutout dresses. I think the Fold Line might have done a video where they talked about different patterns that you could use, and I think this is one of the suggested patterns, and it is the Vicky Sews Una dress. Now, I haven't bought a Vicky Sews pattern before. I think I've been put off a little bit because you have to pick your size. When you're buying the PDF pattern, you have to go off your size. You don't get access to all of the sizes, and you also have to pick your height as well. So I had a look at their measurements, and I've gone for a 38 based on my own measurements, and based on my height as well. I think I might have gone for a height bracket above what I was, I think, because I thought I could play around with the height. I'd rather it came a little bit too long so I could sort of adjust it. So I've ordered the PDF and I've sent it off to be copy shop printed. The Una dress is aimed at an intermediate sewist. It's got this really gorgeous like cutout detail at the side, and that goes round to the back. Like the back skirt from memory isn't attached to the bodice at the back, and then it's got this gorgeous like tie detail sort of under the bust. Really beautiful sleeves as well. So it comes in sizes 34 to 52, aimed at intermediate sewists. It's a semi-fitted A-line dress. The front bodice is attached partially to the skirt, which creates, like I said, these cut-out side details. The skirt sits above the natural waist, has wide, deep V neckline, and then it features gathers and elastic threaded through the channels, and you get this gorgeous tie sort of just underneath the bust. The back skirt isn't attached to the bodice, like I said. It's got this gently curved sort of waistline, and the upper edge of the front and back skirt has these ties attached to the elastic, which is threaded through channels, and then you tie it at the front. It's got this really gorgeous voluminous like raglan sleeve detail as well, which is finished with elastic, which are short sleeves. And it's also ankle length. It looks absolutely gorgeous, and I'm really looking forward to giving it a try. In terms of fabric recommendations, they recommend shirting dress weight woven fabric like cotton linen, sateen, eyelet fabric, shirting fabric, and a viscose fabric. So I will let you know how I get on. I'll update you probably in my Sunday Sewing catch-up video. Yeah, but I'm looking forward to challenging myself. I really enjoyed the challenge of trying a Fibre Mood pattern, so I'm looking forward to trying a different pattern company and seeing how I get on with this pattern. And then sticking with the cutout sort of detail on a garment, I have bought the Fibre Mood Lucille dress, which comes in sizes 4 to 32. That's got a plunging neckline too, and a beautiful tie detail, and the ties can either be tied at the front or they can be tied at the back as well, which I thought was a really interesting feature. It's got Tolman sleeves, which are finished with elastic, and it's got a flared panel skirt as well, and it's also got a concealed zip down the back. I will put pictures in of this dress for you to see as well. In terms of fabrics for the Lucille dress by Fibre Mood, they recommend woven fabrics like a poplin, chambray, linen, viscose, and a broderie anglaise as well. So I haven't got any fabrics in mind for either the Una dress or the Lucille dress yet, but I just need to go through my fabric stash and pull out some fabrics that would work really well for both of those patterns. But yeah, I'm really enjoying challenging myself, pushing myself out of my comfort zone, trying patterns and new pattern companies, and also trying patterns that are different to my style as well. I've really enjoyed learning how to sew the Fibre Mood Nina dress, so I'm looking forward to doing the same with the Una dress and also the Lucille dress. And then the final pattern that I have bought, again with the summer in mind and thinking about sort of cord sets for when I'm away, I have ummed and ahed about whether to buy this pattern from Friday Pattern Company. I love all of their patterns, but I have ummed and ahed about whether I needed this pattern in my stash. It's a two-piece set. It's the Friday Pattern Company Saturday skirt and top set. It's the top that has really sort of grabbed my attention. I really love the look of the top and the style of the top as well. I have bought the pattern and I'm really looking forward to giving it a try. The pattern comes in sizes extra small to 7X. In terms of fabric recommendations, they recommend a whole range of woven fabrics. So you could make it up in like a silk fabric if you wanted a really fancy cord set. You could sew it in a linen if you wanted quite a relaxed set. I think a cotton poplin would work, a viscose would work really nicely for this cord set as well. The top is a really interesting top detail. So it is a wrap top and you can wrap it in lots of different ways. It's got this really gorgeous like collar detail and kind of like a lapel detail on the top as well. And then it's got long sleeves that are finished with elastic. And then the midi skirt is a flowy A-line sort of style skirt and it's got elastic in the back of the skirt as well. Yeah, it looks really interesting, so I'm looking forward to giving that a try. I've got some gingham fabric in my stash that I'd like to use to sew up a version, and then I've got some viscoses that I think would work really nicely, and then I've also got some plain linen fabrics which I think would work really nicely for the pattern as well. I've seen so many gorgeous versions over on Instagram, so I am looking forward to giving it a try, and I think the top in particular will work really nicely. So I think the top and the skirt in like matching fabric or in different fabrics, I can sort of mix and match if I use a plain fabric for the top and a jazzy fabric for the bottom, or vice versa, plain for the bottom and something quite jazzy for the top as well. And I think the skirt would work with quite a lot of things that I've already got in my wardrobe. So I'm looking forward to giving the Saturday skirt set a try and seeing how I get on with that as well. So that was everything I wanted to share with you today. I hope you've enjoyed seeing the fabrics and hearing about the patterns that I've been buying and some of the plans. If you've got any suggestions for some of the fabrics, please do let me know in the comments what your suggestions are. I really love to hear your ideas. If you've enjoyed this video, please do give it a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, I'd really love it if you could hit that subscribe button. You'll get notified of when I bring out my next video. Thank you as always for watching. Take care, and I'll be back soon with another video. Bye.